Okay, today I'm going to be showing you guys the scanning process with the Artec Spider II. We're going to start off, we've got some kind of an eraser, gray eraser putty here, and it gives you a good solid base to be able to put smaller objects on. And for our project, we are scanning bone fragments, and so it's important that those are stable whenever we are messing with the turntable and scanning. So I'm kind of making a bit of a pyramid and have a pointer edge at the top, and that'll make it easier for post-processing and kind of cutting it off and stuff like that. So I'm going to take my bone fragment, I'm going to stick that in there, make sure that it's stable, and I'm going to do that by messing with the turntable and moving it around a little bit because I want to make sure that it's not going to fall over whenever I'm actively turning it and using the Artec. So we've got our Artec scanner. You can see on the top we've got a red button and this green light. So whenever it's not ready to do its thing, this light is going to be either completely off or it's going to be yellow. And if it's yellow, it'll get greener and more yellow and look kind of like it's breathing. And that just means it's not quite ready yet and to just kind of give it a minute. But right now you can see we're on green. What we're going to do is hold it like this. I'm going to click the red button once and it's going to start flashing. And then on the screen you can see we've got this histogram, and it depends entirely on where we've got it positioned. So you can see when I'm close it's smaller, I'm moving it up and down. So what I'm trying to do is get it in the middle. And so I'm at a good length away and looks where I want it. And so I'm going to click the button again. Now it's going to start picking up scan. You can see the further away it's going to get blue, and if you pull too far away, the histogram goes off the page and it's going to get mad at you and it's going to pause. If I get too close, it's going to stop again and it's going to highlight everything in red. So the best way I can tell you to do this is to kind of move the Artec back and forth while you're turning. So now you're getting like the full spectrum possible of what you can pick up, and that's just the easiest way that I can explain it. And then I'm going from a higher angle, getting this kind of forward and back, so I'm picking up everything that I can. Then I'll try and kind of come down here and just keep the whole thing green. Make sure that I'm picking up everything that I want. And then I like to go right over and make sure that I'm getting all of this interior portion of the diaphysis. And then I'm holding down the red button to stop. I'm looking over at my scan. I'm going to double check that there's nothing weird missing. I seem to have picked it all up. I'm happy with what I've got. Moving on to the next scan, I'm taking my object, I'm pulling it off of here, make sure all that's off, and then I'm going to flip it and stick it back in, mess with it a little bit, see if it's not going to fall over. Okay, so it's solid, and we're just going to do the same thing that we just did. We're hitting the red button once, we're going to scooch that histogram right in the middle there, I'm clicking again, and then I'm using one hand to turn the turntable while moving kind of in a sweeping back and forth motion, trying to pick up as much of this as I can. Holding down that red button, setting it down appropriately. Don't put it too close to the edge of the table. This is very expensive. We want to make sure it lasts as long as possible. I'm going to leave my fragment out for now in case, as I'm going through the post-processing, I decide that I need another scan. So you can take as many scans as you would like, but I like to start with 2 just to cut down on time. And if it comes down to it, and once I'm at the end of my process and I see that my scans aren't aligning as well as I want, or say I cut something off and I need to return it to the way that it was, then I will get another scan. But yeah, so that's our scanning process with the actual scanner. And next we're going to get into the post-processing.